Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Wrestling Forum. This time, it's the recap and review of the Elimination Chamber, the last pay per view before WrestleMania. It is good old MF Michael Fledger alongside Anthony Florio and Dee Woodson. We're hoping to get Michael Bullock. I don't know if he's going to show up or not, but we're just going to dive right in, guys. We started the fight card off with Daniel Bryan versus Drew Gulak. Daniel Bryan wins the match 14 minutes and 20 seconds by technical submission. Oh my goodness, what a jump off to this show tonight. 3 3/4 of a star. This was an incredible match. Great fight, great ring psychology. I really got nothing bad to say about it. SmackDown Live tonight shined on the Elimination Chamber more than Monday Night Raw. I know SmackDown's been really bad lately, and I get it. But tonight, SmackDown came out and they didn't have that many matches, but when they did, my God, did they turn it up. They were one of the few bright spots tonight on this show. Nothing more to say. Anthony Florio, it's yours.
Well, I'll tell you, MF. 3.5 to 4 is my rating for this. This was an excellent mat-based match. Really compelling start to finish, even with a more deliberate pace than usual for the WWE style. I'm not crazy about the bumps Bryan takes on the back of his head, though. I hope he's got a good idea of what makes sense risk-wise for him at this point in his life with the condition of his body and is making sound decisions. But other than that, I'm not at all surprised these two delivered. I mean, we know what Bryan can do. Gulak, we don't get to see much of him, but hey, when he gets a chance to shine, man, Bryan made him look good tonight. So that's all there is to say on that. For me, this is between 3.5 to 4. Easily one of the fights of the night. I could probably go as far as to say second best fight of the night for me. So, yes, MF, a banner night for Friday Night SmackDown on your end. I mean, the show has been blah for the last several months, but hey, when the lights shine bright, hey, that's all there is to say on that. So, well done. So, nothing more to say, Dee Woodson. Hopefully, no technical difficulties tonight.
Every teenager's different.
3.5 to 4.
Get through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it about 3 3/4 of a star. I mean, it was good. But I'm agreeing with Florio on the bumps on the neck. And the bruises that he took. That kind of took things really hard and stuff. So hopefully, he's learned how to take these bumps without damaging more. But it was a very strong way to kick off the show. So yeah, not much more I'm going to say about it. So it's yours, Fletch.
All right, next fight we had was from Monday Night Raw, as it was Andrade putting the United States title on the line against Humberto Carrillo. When it was all said and done, the winner of the bout in 12 minutes and 20 seconds, and still the United States heavyweight champion Andrade successfully defends the title. Anthony Florio, I was thinking Humberto Carrillo was going to win the title. I think Michael Bullock also thought that Humberto Carrillo was going to win the title. I think you were the only one that thought that Andrade was going to win it.
And he did.
Andrade successfully defended the title. Humberto Carrillo, his slide continues, and I guess the wellness violation does not come back to haunt Andrade, because now, barring some technicality, he's going to WrestleMania with the gold.
And it still sets up my theory of a possible 4-way with Andrade, Carrillo, Garza, and Mysterio. I think that's still in play. And if that should happen, which I think it will, then I think Andrade drops the belt there. I really do. But for me, this was about 3 stars for me. A good, solid match from start to finish. I'm not at all surprised Andrade won. I had a feeling he was going to win because, we all know Mr. McDinkleberg is not really high on on Carrillo. But then again, there's a lot of guys he's not high on at the moment. Guys he should be high on, but he's not, which is a damn shame. But, it is what it is. But, that's all there is to say on that. So, solid 3 for me. So D.D. Woodson, I think we're going to get a 4-way at Mania. Andrade, Carrillo,
Probably so,
Mysterio. Should be hella fun.
I get intimidated meeting people.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be a 4-way as well. And yeah, I kind of had a feeling that Andrade would win since I didn't get to do the preview for this. So yeah, I would have been with you on this one on Andrade retaining.
Try to stress that I need to get out, David.
And yeah, it looked like there for a little bit that Humberto was going to win. Didn't make it. Got close several times, but yeah, Andrade pulled it off. I mean, it was fun. It was an okay match. And it, it did play off the rivalry. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping we're getting close to the end of these two fighting each other, but it is what it is. So
take care of other people.
It's your split.
3 stars, no doubt about it. I absolutely agree. I thought this was an excellent match. I love the body of work of both men, and they did very well. I think the biggest takeaway was that Andrade won the title, that he successfully won the championship. I think that was a big win for him. Step in the right direction, no doubt about it. And we'll move right along to the first Elimination Chamber fight of the night. It was the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
Together.
It started it off with let's see. It actually started off with the Usos and the New Day.
Really scared.
They started it off. Then it went. Then the pods opened. It was the Lucha House Party, Miz and Morrison, Heavy Machinery, and then of course, it was Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, as they were basically the last team out. So basically, Lucha House Party got eliminated by Heavy Machinery. Heavy Machinery got eliminated by Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler.
Really?
Ziggler and Roode got eliminated by the Usos. Then the New Day got eliminated by Miz and Morrison. That led the Usos and Miz and Morrison at the end. John Morrison and the Miz wins the match. They successfully defend the titles at 32 minutes and 55 seconds. So D.D. Woodson, you lead off. The champions remains the champions after all the chaos of the Elimination Chamber.
And how did they end up winning? They cheated. At the end, they cheated. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna give it about 3.5 stars. I mean, it started off kind of slow. Really picked up as we got further along into it. We had some really good bumps that happened, like jumping off, dropping from the ceiling, jumping off the pods, jumping off the corners.
Some of them are pretty quiet. Like this
I think a lot of people probably got a little concerned when Otis went through the wall. But other than that, I mean, it was still really, it was a really good tag match for the Chamber. So yeah, I have nothing more to say about it. So it's yours, Fletch.
Lay it at your feet, you throw it, he'll bring it back to you.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This match was absolutely unbelievable. What a crazy Elimination Chamber match. Far better than the other one. We'll get into that a little bit later on. But this was unreal. What an Elimination Chamber fight. I loved it. This was awesome. The tag teams tore the house down tonight. This was my fight of the night. I got to disagree with Dee Dee. This is at least 4 to 4.25 stars. This has to be maybe 4.5. I think I might be a little bit flirty on the 4.5, but 4.25 was unbelievable. What a match! What a chamber fight! This was incredible. Yes, Grand Metalik. Oh my God, what were you thinking? Jumping off the top, climbing all the way to the top of the chamber, and doing that tope. I couldn't believe you were such a crazy animal. So he pulls that stunt, and then the next thing you know, Otis gonna try to put Dolph Ziggler through the pod, and not only does he go through the pod, he goes through the other plexiglass and out of the chamber. I've never seen a spot like that in my life. I absolutely marked. I yelled out, "Oh my freaking God," when that happened. Like I said, I've never, ever in my life has seen anything like that in my career. Yeah, this was insane. Insane what this fight was. It was incredible. It was great. Yes, there was cheating at the end, but then again, in an Elimination Chamber fight, anything goes. You gotta know that. Yes, I know it's cheating. Yes, I know it stinks for it to end like that, but I'm cool with it. It serves the purpose. It opens the door for at least for the Usos to get one more shot. But I think the best way to do it is go triple threat. New Day, Usos, and Miz and Morrison. I'm cool with that. I think that's the best way to do it. I really got nothing more to say. So, Anthony Florio, it is yours.
Fight of the night, absolutely. 4 to 4.25 stars. Wow. They kept that entertaining start to finish with some big spots off the pod, through the pod, and off the top of the pod. And there's another spot that we need to get into. What about Tucker of Heavy Machinery with what he did? I mean,
that certifiable maniac, man. What the bleep were you thinking when you did that spot?
Yeah. Imagine if Morrow was there. Mamma mia! You know he would have done that.
Or me yelling out, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, but well, that's probably what you did. But anyways, I remember when the match was made, MF was super excited about it, and now I know why you were so excited, MF. I mean, I got it. So everybody delivered in their own way. No big surprise that Miz and Morrison retained the titles here. I'd be down for a 3-way with the Miz and Morrison, the Usos, and the New Day at WrestleMania. I don't know how they'll do it, but I got a feeling something big's going to happen. If you thought tonight was good, just wait till Mania. So, well done, SmackDown. That's all I can say on that. You finally had some big moments. Now, if we can only get stuff like this on Friday nights on Fox, that would be great. But, you know, it is what it is. So, 4 to 4.25, fight of the night, no doubt about it. This chamber match stole the dang show. So well done, MF. Take a bow there. So, nothing more to say. Let's move on.
All right, back to Monday Night Raw. Aleister Black goes one-on-one with AJ Styles. No DQ fight. Aleister Black wins the fight in 23 minutes and 15 seconds, but Undertaker showed up and got involved, choke slamming AJ. That helped Aleister win the match. All right, this was a good fight. Solid match. This was the perfect way to incorporate Taker in the fight. We knew Taker was going to show up. We just didn't know how they were going to play this. They played it perfectly. Taker showed up, did his damage. Aleister picks up the scraps and wins the match. Obviously, that sets up AJ versus Taker at Mania. It's confirmed, it's signed, it's sealed, it's now delivered. We got it. There's no doubt about it now. This was a good match, solid fight. I could give this about 3 stars for the effort. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was a predictable outcome. Nothing more to say. Anthony, it's yours.
Yeah, 3 stars. Good match, which picked up in pace and intensity as it progressed. The Taker interference was predicted by many, including Michael Bullock. But that's really all there is to say on that. For the amount of time it got, it should have been a little better. But at the same time, it was what it was. So I agree with MF's rating, 3 stars. I'm not at all surprised Taker showed up. Bullock was heavily promoting it, and sure enough, Bullock had it. So
Yep, he
I only
showed
wish
up.
he was here, so we could get his little moment in the sun there. But so that's all there is to say on that. 3 stars for me. So D.D. Woodson, Taker and AJ at Mania.
Huh?
I think so. Yeah. I'll agree. 3 stars.
But
Great match.
I think he's angry.
I've heard a lot of people talking,
he's on psychotropics.
both on Twitter and Tumblr, saying that they would like to see, Alistair and Taker take on all 3 of these guys. That would be an interesting match right there.
In this group,
but yeah, I do think we'll eventually get Taker versus AJ. More likely, it will be at WrestleMania.
Really nice.
So yeah, this was definitely a good match. So
at the
Not much more I'm going to add to it. So it's yours, Fletch.
All right. Next up we had was the Street Profits putting the tag team titles on the line against Seth Rollins and Murphy. The Street Profits successfully defends the Raw Tag Team Championship. 18 minutes and 30 seconds. Anthony Florio, it is all yours.
Another 3-star match. Street Profits once again had helped from KO to retain the tag titles. I know it's meant to be amusing that KO keeps messing with Seth, but it's clearly putting the personal rivalry between KO and Seth ahead of the idea that the Profits tag team title reign is earned and important enough to stand on its own and not be a backdrop for another storyline. The match itself was solid, but it will not go unnoticed by Vinnie Mac, the lack of crowd investment. So that's really all there is to say on that. So I'm not at all surprised KO got involved. I think we're going to get Rollins and KO at Mania. Put that behind them. So that's all I can say there. So another 3-star effort. So D.D. Woodson, your thoughts?
So often is starting to help.
Yeah, I'll give it about 3 stars. I mean, this was it was a pretty good tag match. Definitely interesting having Kevin Owens out there at the end after
paranoid,
the AOP was ran out by the Viking Warriors. So yeah, I mean, him throwing the popcorn and Seth Rollins, very very entertaining to see that go on. So yeah, I have not much more to add to it. I mean, it was an all right match. So yeah, cheers, Fletch.
3 stars, no doubt about it. Solid fight. I guess the biggest gripe I would have is about the title, about the tag team titles. You would think that they should be playing it a little more closer to the vest, but it is what it is. But the Street Profits are proven to be a decent tag team champions. Hopefully they'll get the payoff down the line, but we'll see what happens next. So next up we had, the lone low light for SmackDown Live. It was Shinsuke Nakamura, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman. 3-on-1 handicap match. The Intercontinental title was on the line. The winner of the bout in 8 minutes and 30 seconds and new Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn. Now, Sami got the pin on Strowman. Sami wins the title. There's no Freebird rule. Sami Zayn is now the Intercontinental Champion. All right.
Dee Woodson, I know you and Michael Bullock on
Yeah, he's an Indian from India.
you guys were
He's
firing
hard.
off on missiles.
Yeah,
angry, not
he's going to
happy
be
over
going
this
to
result.
another doctor,
So
and they're going to
we got a new IC champion.
go through they got to go through.
Yeah. No, I'm not real thrilled about it. For one,
orders to go to.
I mean, Strowman just got the title. This was, a very short reign. Don't like the fact that they made him a paper champion.
Going to be doing
And two,
a new test for autism.
I mean,
I can't remember what it's called.
Zayn didn't do very much in the match. Cesaro and Nakamura did most of the work. All he did was go in the end and pick it up. So, I was not impressed. Didn't quite like it. I know Bullock hated it more than I did, but it is what it is.
Re-diagnose.
So, yeah, I'm gonna give it probably 2 stars. So yeah, not much more I'm gonna say. It's yours.
2 stars, no doubt about it. Totally agree with what you just said there. Sami Zayn is Intercontinental Champion. Wow, that's going to be very interesting. But I do believe there is a payoff here, guys. I think what's going to happen is I truly believe Strowman will get his shot at WrestleMania. I think Strowman is going to destroy Sami Zayn and get the Intercontinental title back. I think they're going to want to give him a big moment at WrestleMania. A lot of the times, Sami Zayn, or I should say, Braun Strowman has had moments at WrestleMania, but it's always been in a comedy aspect. Of course, with Nicholas Cohen winning the tag team titles at WrestleMania 34. Plus, he did win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale at a WrestleMania. So I believe they're gonna give him one more moment. They gotta give him the win back. I think he's gonna get a WrestleMania moment again. Braun Strowman will destroy Sami Zayn, and more importantly, he will win the next match. Sami Zayn is going to be a lame duck champion. That's all we're going to say. So, lame duck man is now a lame duck champion. I know a lot of the Boo Birds came out tonight. A lot of people were pissed, but hey, you can't please everybody, as they say. So, the lone low light for SmackDown Live, Anthony, it's yours.
Yeah, 2 stars. The last 2 matches on this card didn't really do favors for anybody. But this was, I mean, I had a bad feeling this was going to suck, and I'm not at all surprised that it did. And what sucks even more is they made Strowman a transitional champion, which is, I don't understand why, but but going for the Mania moment thing, I can certainly understand that. Maybe Strowman and Zayn go at it at Mania for the title, and Strowman gets the payback here. So we'll wait and see. But for right now, it's a 2-star effort. You can make an argument that this was the worst fight of the night, really. So nothing more to say. MF, it's main event time, and boy, was this predictable, and was this a letdown?
All right. We started. It's the women's. It was the women's Elimination Chamber match. The competitors: Natalya, Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, Shayna Baszler, Liv Morgan, and Asuka. That's the order that they came in. Sarah Logan, Ruby Riott, Natalya, Liv Morgan. They were all eliminated. The last 2 were Baszler and Asuka. Asuka falls to Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler wins the Elimination Chamber. 21 minutes even. Shayna Baszler got all the eliminations. When she entered in 4th, she went on a killing spree, eliminating all the women on the fight. It was a complete and utter knockout. She destroyed every elimination by submission, the most unpredictable, the most one-sided, most dominating elimination chamber performance we have ever seen in WWE history, and people are pissed. They are not happy tonight. This is only a 2.25 to 2.5 star elimination chamber. Look, if anybody was thinking that, all right, we got Michael Bullock. We'll get him in just a moment. If anybody thought that WWE, or let alone Vince McMahon, was tired or was not liking Shayna Baszler, I think that puts everything to rest. That debate is now out the door. There is no doubt in my mind for them to do what they just did by absolutely having Shayna Baszler annihilate every woman on that roster here tonight. That means two things. That's an indictment on the Raw women's locker room. And two, Becky Lynch, you just got put on notice, emphatically going to WrestleMania. There's no doubt about it on this one. A lot of people are poo-pooing on Monday Night Raw for the way they treated the Raw women's division right now. But to have a dominant performance like this, you need somebody to have a lot of momentum. Shayna Baszler's got a lot of momentum going to WrestleMania. Yes, we knew this was going to be the outcome. Shayna versus Becky. I think a lot of people are just upset because of how one-sided this fight was. Anthony, it's yours.
2.25, 2.5. It obviously was a major letdown, but Shayna Baszler's performance was a 5-star performance. I think that's the first time in the 26-match history of the Elimination Chamber. This was the 26th match here. I think that's the first time one individual beat all 5 other competitors in the same match. I don't think that's ever happened before.
It's a first. I think the only one that had like a big streak like that was Bill Goldberg. But I do remember Goldberg losing at the end to Triple H. And it was a SummerSlam.
2003.
Goldberg, I think, eliminated 4 of the 5, but didn't get Triple H because of cheating, if I remember correctly.
Yes, that's right. He actually no, he got 3. Sean, I believe it was HBK or Jericho who got rid of Nash.
Yes,
in that, but Goldberg took out HBK. He took out Jericho. He took out Orton. All in dominant fashion until Hunter went over, which to this day, to me, still doesn't make sense. Goldberg should have won that, but that's just my opinion. Story for another day. But anyways, let me get into this. The least entertaining match of the night, and when the crowd turned against the match itself, especially the pacing, it was rough from the start. It took away a lot of whatever benefit Baszler got for dominating like that. But here's the thing, though. The booking for this main event was all from Paul Heyman. Vinnie Mac was having second thoughts about Shayna Baszler after he saw her match with Kairi Sane last week on Raw. The feeling going into this event was that everybody watching at home, all of us knew that Baszler was going to win and challenge Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. And it was better to just have her go through everyone to put her over as a monster heel. Paul Heyman is very high on Shayna Baszler, even though Vince McMahon has had his doubts about her. Heyman wanted to do this many years ago with CM Punk, but the idea was shot down by Vince McMahon. But it looks like Paul Heyman got his way this time. So you can thank Paul Heyman for this. So Paul Heyman was the reason why Shayna Baszler plowed through everybody to get her over as a monster heel. So Vinnie Mac, I'll say this: if you're still having doubts, if I was having doubts going in, After what I saw tonight, I'm like, okay, I'm convinced. So, but who cares? I don't care. We got the match we wanted. Becky Lynch, Shayna Baszler, Raw Women's Championship. Guaranteed show stealer. That's all I can say on that. So 2.25, 2.5. I absolutely agree with MF's rating here. Dee, did you go yet or not?
No, I haven't gone yet.
You haven't. Okay. But actually we do have Bullock in. So MF, are we gonna catch Bullock up, or should I give this to Dee, or what should I do?
Let's give it to Dee, and then I'll let Bullock go rapid fire.
There you go. All right, Dee, your thoughts on this main event? Baszler, first time in Chamber history, one individual beats all 5 other competitors in one foul swoop. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and basically, you can say that she just pulled Brock Lesnar, because what did he just do at Royal Rumble? He went through at least half of the people that were out there before he finally got knocked out. So yeah, I'll like I said, I'll agree with the rating. Not a surprise. Pretty much knew she was going to win. A lot of people I heard were really upset that Ruby and Sarah got knocked out before Liv Morgan could come in. A lot of people wanted to see, some, a little heat between the three of them. It didn't happen. So there's one place where I would kind of disagree with how they let them out. I think that Liv probably should have come out before Shayna, but it is what it is. The match seemed like it was kind of rushed when they had plenty of time. They didn't need to rush it as much. So yeah, and I'm not surprised that this was Heyman's idea, because, like I said, it's basically, even though it was in a chamber and not a Royal Rumble, you can almost say it's a carbon copy of what Rock was doing. So yeah, not much more I'm going to say about it. So I'll toss it to Fletch so he can rapid fire Bullock.
All right, Bullock, are you ready to go, bro?
I'm as ready as I can ever be, Fletch.
All right, we're going to start it off. Daniel Bryan knocking off Drew Gulak, technical submission in 14 minutes and 20 seconds.
I'll say this was about a 3.5 to 4 star match. I mean, this was yeah. So let's just move right along.
All right. No, actually, go ahead, Bullock. If you got an opinion or a thought about the matches, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, going into it, I mean, I thought this was going to be a typical, like a TV quality match. I mean, but I think Daniel Bryan made Drew Gulak look good in defeat. So yeah, 3.5 to 4. That's just my opinion. So let's move on.
All right. Andrade knocking off Humberto Carrillo, 12 minutes and 20 seconds.
All right. I'm going to give this one about another 3 to 3.5. I mean, I thought this was going to be the night where Humberto Carrillo was going to win the title because of, well, obviously the Andrade coming off the suspension, and that they were going to find some other way to punish him for it. But I'm guessing that there's going to be some way. I think he's going to lose the title at WrestleMania. How? We'll just have to wait and find out.
All right. With that said, we're going to move right along. It was the Elimination Chamber for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. The Miz and Morrison wins it all. Your thoughts?
All right. What did you guys give?
We gave it about 4.25, 4.5, and we gave it the fight of the night.
Yeah, this was definitely the fight of the night. I mean, I'll give the same thing, 4.25, 4.5. I mean, the things that we saw in this was just freaking crazy. I mean, the real highlight, one of the highlights was what Tucker did coming off of the chamber.
Yep, Florio talked about that.
I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, did anybody ever expect to see Tucker do something like that? I mean, you would think it would have come from someone like, you knew the Lucha House Party would probably,
I mean, Lindsay Dorado and Gren Metalik would do something like that. But I don't think anybody expected Tucker to do it. More props to you, bro. So, yeah, no surprise with the outcome here. So let's move right along, Fletch.
All right. Aleister Black defeats AJ Styles in the no disqualification match, 23 minutes and 15 seconds. And a certain phenom got involved in the fight, and you called it. It happened, and Floyd was hoping to hear from you. So, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, what did I tell you guys? I told you. I mean, I knew this was going to go down because you knew Edge was advertised for Raw, but we hadn't heard about The Undertaker being officially advertised. So I knew something was going to go down in that Aleister Black AJ Styles match. So, and it turns out I was correct. So as far as the match goes, I know it's no disqualification, but we had a little too much chicanery when it came to this. So, I mean, it was still a good match, but I'm only going to give it 3 stars as my rating. So, but obviously, you need to continue the build for that potential Undertaker versus AJ Styles match. And I think it's going to be made official tomorrow night on Raw.
All right. The Street Profits successfully defend the Raw Tag Team title over Seth Rollins and Murphy, 18 minutes and 30 seconds.
I'll give this about 3.5, 3 3/4 of a star for this. I mean, no surprise of the outcome here, and obviously Kevin Owens getting involved in the match here. So obviously it's going to set up Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. So yeah, there's really nothing more that needs to be said. So I think it's the main event, right?
No, co-main event. Batten down the hatches, folks. Here it comes. 3-on-1 handicap match for the Intercontinental Championship. Shinsuke Nakamura, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman, the winner of the bout, in 8 minutes and 30 seconds. And new Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn wins the Intercontinental title. Michael Bullock, you absolutely went off on our messenger board. You were absolutely hopping mad. All right, Bullock, it's your moment. Go ahead. Why were you so upset about Sami Zayn winning the Intercontinental title?
But all right, what in the world did Sami Zayn do to deserve that title? I mean, he mostly had Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro do most of the work. I mean, yeah, Sami Zayn tried to get some offense in, but it was mostly Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura that did the damage. I mean, he did not deserve that damn title. I mean, it's, and I hate to say this, and I don't know how you're gonna feel, Fletch. And I know you saw this in the messenger. They just made Braun Strowman look like a paper champion. I mean, I was hoping he would get such a long run at the Intercontinental title, and this is what happens. No. I don't like it, and I'm not going to stand for it. I mean, I don't know what in the world Braun Strowman has done to WWE. I mean, we keep thinking, oh, he's going to win the Universal title. That never happened. We think Strowman's going to get a nice long run with the Intercontinental title. That did not happen. So, I'm sorry, Fletch. I'm pretty sure you guys gave it a rating, right?
We gave it about 2 stars tops.
I'm sorry. I'm coming down hard on them. It's an NA for me.
All right.
This to me does not deserve a rating whatsoever.
Fair enough.
So,
all right, and
yeah.
of course, the main event, the women's elimination chamber match. Shayna Baszler eliminates all the competition, 21 minutes, and I know you heard that. So Shayna Baszler wins the Elimination Chamber. She's going to WrestleMania to fight Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title.
Yeah, 2.25, 2.5. I agree with what you guys said. I mean, this was a major letdown. I mean, I was expecting something even better, but yeah, I think this is Shayna Baszler basically telling Vince McMahon, "Oh, you're going to give up on me? Yeah, what do you think of me now, you idiot?" And yeah, we knew that she was going to win this chamber match, but I didn't think it was going to be in dominating fashion. So yeah, Baszler, Lynch, it is on for WrestleMania, so nothing more to say. I think it's time to get to the overall review.
We all will get into the overall review, and Anthony Florio, you lead off on that overall review.
6 3/4 to 7 out of 10. It was a show that, like many, started strong, struggled a bit in the middle. But it kind of at the end of the day, it did better than I thought. I thought it was a really weak card coming in, but I'd say it was a solid event at the end of the day. So, that SmackDown tag team title chamber match was the fight of the night. Bryan and Gulak, definitely the second best fight of the night. And I really don't know where to go for the third, but it was a banner night for SmackDown, even though they did have that one low point, even though it was a quote unquote history made moment. But it is what it is. But so good day at the office here. So I'm gonna give it about 6 3/4, teetering on 7. So Bullock, your thoughts?
I agree. 6 3/4 to a 7 out of 10. I mean, it was a much better pay-per-view than what I expected going in. So yeah, I agree with everything you said. So I'm just going to give it to D. Woodson.
Yeah, I'll agree with the rating. I wasn't overly impressed with the pay-per-view, but it was all right. During the Strowman match, we found on Tumblr where people were calling Cesaro, Nakamura, and Homeless Man. So Homeless Man won the title. But yeah, not a whole lot of gripes about the show. Just a little nitpicking here and there, and definitely very heavily Heyman on the end with the Elimination Chamber for the ladies. So not much more I'm going to say about it. It's yours, Fletch.
Yeah, I'll give this a 7 out of 10. I thought it was a good show, pretty good pay-per-view. I really got nothing bad to say about it. Yeah, the final two fights were a letdown. All in all, the show did start out pretty strong. I'm happy for SmackDown Live. I thought SmackDown Live had a very good show tonight, at least a good showing. Like you said, the only one down spot was definitely the Intercontinental title fight. I think that was a little bit of a letdown. But at the end of the day, I thought they could have done a lot more better, a lot more stronger. We're just gonna have to wait and see what the future may hold. I think it was a very good pay-per-view, to say the very least. So kudos to WWE. I know a lot of people are a little upset about the way the show ended, but all in all, decent night. Nothing more to say. And guys, we're done for the night. So tomorrow night, Anthony Floyo hosts Ridiculously Raw, and he will give us the fallout, as it'll be Monday Night Raw. He's got his Tony's Take, 205 Live, Impact. And as always, thank you so much for Anthony Floyo, for Michael Bullock, for D.D. Woodson. I'm Michael Fletcher. So long, everybody.